It's a mighty cold day in Wrigley Field, Chicago, as the Bears meet the Giants for the National Football League Championship. It's the first title meeting between the two great rivals since New York won in Yankee Stadium in 1956. First quarter, the Bears with the ball. Billy Wade decides to run with it. A nice gain, but Lynch jars the ball loose, and Barnes recovers for the Giants on the Chicago 41. Y. Tittle running the tee and starts it in high gear. A beautiful screen pass to Morrison. That's 11 yards for New York. On 2nd and 7, it's Joe Morrison again. Fortunato hits him first, but he's good for 6 more yards. And now the payoff, and perfectly engineered by Tittle. A beautiful pass to Gifford in the end zone. 7-0, New York. But Tittle's left knee was hurt on that play, and he loses mobility. It's the Giants' ball, still the first quarter. Tittle back to pass. Larry Morris intercepts, and does he take off? Larson and Dess come from behind to haul him down after a 61-yard run to the New York 5. The Giants face the Chicago rush. Wade keeps, and under the push of Pyle and Karras, he makes the touchdown to tie it up at 7-all. Second period, the Giants' ball. Y. Tittle finds his man. Aaron Thomas makes a beautiful catch and walks the chalk for 36 yards to the Bears' 14-yard line. A few plays later, the Giants move out in front when Don Chandler kicks a 13-yard field goal, 10-7 in favor of New York. Here's a nice sideline view as the Giants move again. Webster leads crashing interference for Phil King, and a first down on the Bears' 47. A key play for the Giants. Y. Tittle hurts his left knee on this one. He gets off the pass to Gifford, but it's caught out of bounds, and the score remains 10-7 New York at halftime. Third period now. Tittle has come back into the ball game, but with his injured knee tightly taped, he cannot roll out or drift. Interception by Obradovic, and the big Chicago end carries to the Giant 14-yard line. Their backs are against the goalpost now. And here comes Wade bursting over to score. 14-10, the Chicago Bears hang out in front to beat the Giants for the NFL championship. The end of a thrilling 4-month season. Let's go back to the beginning, to Memorial Stadium in Baltimore in September. The Giants face Johnny Unitas and the Colts. New York's ball on this cloudy, drizzly day. The third play of the game. On Deal's tackle, Tittle loses the ball. Marchetti scoops up the fumble and runs. Stumbles and crash dives for a touchdown. 30 yards in all. Second quarter, New York with the ball again. Tittle fading to pass. A nice screen to Hugh McElhenney, and Mack starts making tracks. More thumbs, another fumble, and Harris recovers for Baltimore on the New York 44. 4 plays later, Unitas throws the ball in our direction. Complete to Barry, who makes a first down by an arm length. 1st and 10 for Baltimore, and watch the maestro Unitas. A beauty to Mackey. And the brilliant rookie end scampers 32 yards to score. 21-3 in favor of the Colts. The Giants come flying right back on the arm of Y. Tittle. Phil King gets behind his man and dashes 46 yards, his first touchdown catch since 1960. And they cut the Colts lead to 21-10. With only a couple of minutes left in the first half, Tittle calls for a pass. But when the middle breaks wide open, he second-guesses himself. 12 yards he goes to the Baltimore 28. 40 seconds remain in the half as Tittle looks things over and decides on a version of the alley-oop pass to his longtime teammate McElhenney. Mack nabs the blooper for a touchdown, and the Giants trail 28-24 at halftime. Defensive halfbacks see Tittle this way. He fades to pass in the third quarter. He drills it straight to Schaffner, and Dell streaks all the way to the Baltimore 4. A 43-yard gain that even upsets field judge Jim Kane. Thrown back to the 9, Tittle, aiming to pass, gets a nice block from Stroud and runs to the winning touchdown. 37-28, the Giants win. But Tittle, injured on this play, will miss a game. Yankee Stadium, October 13th. Coaches Kyle Rote and Allie Sherman enjoy shirt-sleeve weather. And here's Jimmy Brown, the one-man gang. Cleveland's ball. The Giants' idea is to give Brown running room, which Ryan does on a screen pass. Huff, Webb, Barnes, and Lovatier strip the interference, but Jimmy still gains 10 yards. Again, it's Cleveland. Ryan running the tee. The pass heads to Kreitling. But a daring one-handed interception by Dick Lynch turns the tables. With racetrack speed, the Giant halfback flies 47 yards to a touchdown. 7-0, New York. Nice going, Dick. Third quarter now, and Cleveland shows the Giant fans another look at the sensational Jimmy Brown. Taking Ryan's screen pass, Jimmy just explodes into the open. He's a big man, but he can move like lightning. This time he chews up 72 yards to put the Browns out in front of the Giants, 21-17. What a man, the greatest ground gainer in professional football. Cleveland moves again in the third quarter. Quarterback Ryan can't pass, but he finds an alley up the middle. 11 yards before Winter, Webb, Barnes, and Huff throw him down on the Giant 38. Jimmy Brown clinches the game with another great run. When Lovatier is trapped and Green blocks Robustelli, Brown cuts back and back and back. 32 yards to a touchdown, and leading Cleveland to a 35-24 win over the New York Giants. Yankee Stadium again as the hard-riding young Cowboys of Dallas come into New York's home of champions. It's the Cowboys' ball in the second quarter, and they boast a long scoring arm in Eddie LeBaron. A long, lofting throw to Clark, who catches it on the run and then turns on the steam. A 75-yard touchdown play that puts Dallas out in front, 14-7. In the second half, some fancy footwork by Alec Webster. On a screen pass from Tittle, the shifty old pro evades Ridlin, Myers, Tubbs, and Jordan before Reese halts his 11-yard gain. Grace, timing, and power mark this next Giant play. Tittle fires down the center to Schaffner, and Dell spins through Livingston to make the score 30-21 in favor of New York. The Giants keep up the pressure on the Cowboys. Meredith back to pass. Lynch intercepts for an 82-yard scoring run. Robustelli's along to lend a hand. The Giants win another 37-21. At Cleveland's Municipal Stadium before 84,213 fans, the Giants come back to replay Cleveland. Jimmy Brown does not run wild today. Lynch trips the Cleveland ace, and Huff and Moe make sure. The Browns lead the Giants by 2 games for this encounter, so New York is eager. Ryan's pass is intercepted by Jimmy Patton, who returns it 12 yards to the Cleveland 23. First and 10 for the Giants. Tittle fakes to Webster and fades to pass. He rifles it to Schaffner, who neatly sidesteps Fichtner, and New York jumps to a 10-0 lead. The very next time the Giants get the ball, they start another push. This time it's the running of McElhenney, who slides, veers, cuts, and fakes for a first down on the Cleveland 17. Tittle decides on more of the same. Again, it's McElhenney. With Dess, Bolin, and Stroud giving him interference, he sweeps the left side for 8 more yards. It's all McElhenney to the touchdown. On a pass play, Y.A. Tittle swings to Mack, who proceeds to dive through Costello and Fichtner for the score. The Giants make it 17-0 in the first period. The Giants are at a peak in this big return game against Cleveland. Scott tackles Green so hard that the Browns fullback is jarred out of the game. With Brown stopped, Ryan has no chance. Katkevich topples him on the run. It's a 33-6 romp for the Giants, who put themselves back in the running with this victory over Cleveland. The Cards and Giants are tied for second place as they meet in Busch Stadium, St. Louis. First quarter, the Cardinals ball. Johnson passes to Smith, who tips the ball. And Webb floats over to intercept on the New York 7. Allen returns it to the 20 to get New York out of a jam. Y.A. Tittle bounces around out there today like a lad just half his age. He finally throws on the run to Thomas for a 55-yard advance. Aaron drops the ball when Hill pushes him out of bounds, but it's not a fumble. Now, Don Chandler, the league's leading scorer, boots a 16-yard field goal for the first score of the game. 3-0, New York. In the second period, the Giants click again. Tittle pegs 41 yards down the middle for an impossible catch by Frank Gifford. What a play. And New York increases its lead 10-0. Young Charlie Johnson, quarterbacking the Cards, is a man to reckon with. He tosses to Childress, who's flattened by Lovatier on the Giant 10. Why not stick with a working system, they say. Johnson sticks with it. Again, he looks for Childress and finds him all by himself. 7-10 in favor of New York. Coming up, a clever play by Schaffner that nets 15 yards. On Tittle's pass, the star end circles back on Hill to nab the ball. First down on the Cardinals' 30. The Giants continue to pull away with Y.A. dealing nothing but aces. A fake and a 28-yard pass to Thomas. Beautiful. 17-7 in favor of New York. Third period now, and the Cardinals are fighting to get back in the ball game. Johnson coolly fires to Conrad, but look out. When Huff and Moe hit him, he fumbles. McMillan misses the ball for St. Louis, and Barnes recovers for New York on the Cards' 40. The Giants proceed to knock the Cards out of second place with Tittle firing 4 touchdown passes. Del Schaffner takes number 4, and the Giants go on to win it 38-21. Student Glenn Griffin gets the dope on the Eagles in Yankee Stadium. The Eagles have pretty good dope on the Giants, too. King Hill lays out a pretty pass for Tommy McDonald. He pulls away from Pessinen for a 64-yard touchdown. The Giants, however, win 42-14. That's Griffin running the team right now and throwing his first professional touchdown to Del Schaffner. Congratulations are in order, and the Giant fans wish him many more. The The Giants defend the Eastern lead against the Cardinals in Yankee Stadium after winning 5 straight in a tremendous drive. Giants ball, second quarter, as King, Bolin, and Des block for him. Tittle flips a screen pass to Morrison. Joe drives for 8 yards, plus a 15-yard roughing penalty on that drop signal flag. 2 plays later, Tittle and Thomas pull a sensational pass play. The throw is great, but look at that catch. Aaron Thomas, an all-out pass receiver. 7-3 in favor of the Giants. Third quarter now, and Childress retaliates for St. Louis. On the draw, the line opens up, and he pops through. Huff trips him up, but he gets a first down on the Giant 11. Charlie Johnson becomes a problem now with an 11-yard bullet to Sonny Randall. That ties the score at 10-all. More trouble for the Giants. Tittle aims for his great receiver, Del Schaffner, who's double-teamed as usual, and Larry Wilson intercepts. King stops him on the New York 19. The Cardinals go on to victory with Triplett slashing through his private alley to a touchdown. St. Louis wins 24-17, and the Giants drop into a 3-way tie with the Browns and Cardinals. Giants versus Dallas in the Cotton Bowl. The Giants open it with a do-it-yourself touchdown. Jerry Hillebrand bats Meredith's pass and catches it in the end zone. 7-0, New York. But the highlight is Don Chandler's 53-yard field goal, longest ever by a Giant, as New York wins over Dallas 34-27. Back home in Yankee Stadium, and the Giants meet the Washington Redskins. Second quarter, Washington's ball. Snead back to pass. Lynch boldly intercepts and flies away. In a beautiful bit of running, he goes 42 yards for a touchdown. And notice, he won't give up that ball. After all, he just carried it to a record 3 touchdowns on interceptions in a single season. Congratulations, Dick. Again, it's Washington's ball, but watch the Giant defensive lineman smother Snead. Robustelli slips in behind him to shake him loose from the ball, and Lovatier recovers the fumble on the Skins' 10-yard line. First down and goal to go. Tittle scores on a Sammy Baugh sort of thing, a dead shot between the goalposts to Gifford. Nice catch, Frank. Once more, keep your eye on the Giant defense, which takes the offense again. This time, Cat Cabbage joins Robustelli to sandwich Snead. Another fumble, and Cat scores the first touchdown of his career. This time, the Redskins have something to cheer about. Izzo snaps a pass to Mitchell, and the Washington speedster eludes the Giants. They just can't get him on this 56-yard gallop to a touchdown. Here's another touchdown on an interception. Huff cops the pass by Izzo and goes 36 yards to score. The Giants regain first place with a 44-14 win and now face a title showdown against Pittsburgh. It's another sellout crowd in Yankee Stadium for a record Giant attendance season. That's Y.A. Tittle in person. Pittsburgh's ball, first quarter. The cold weather starts flip-flops early. Ed Brown passes to Gary Bowman, who slips past Lynch, then loses his grip for a freak fumble into the end zone. Barnes recovers for New York, but instead of taking a touchback and a sure 20 yards, he gambles on a run. He makes 34 yards on the daring play. First and 10 for the Giants, and Tittle moves them on a trap play. Bolin and Brown spring it open, and Phil King drives 12 yards. Here comes a milestone. Tittle throwing his 34th touchdown pass of the season, a record. It flies like a homing pigeon to Schaffner, who doesn't miss. 41 yards. And it's 9-0 in favor of the Giants. New York's ball, 2 minutes left in the half, and Tittle applies the pressure. His target is the trusty Schaffner. And Dell grabs it again for 44 yards to the Steelers' 14. Now, on a sweep with excellent blocking from Bolin, Walton, and Dess, Phil King drives to the 3-yard line. First down and goal to go. What will Tittle do now? King fakes a sweep with Morrison leading. Gifford sucks in the corner man, and Morrison is all by himself for the touchdown. 16-0 in favor of New York. Second half, and the Steelers still have a big kick. John Henry Johnson bursts through right tackle. And only an outstanding pursuit by Dick Lynch hauls the big fullback down after a gain of 48 yards. 3 plays later, the Steelers cap the drive. Brown passes beautifully to Gary Ballman, and a touchdown. Pittsburgh cuts the Giant lead to 16-10. New York's ball, 3rd and 8 in their own 23. And now Frank Gifford comes to the rescue with a breathtaking catch of Tittle's pass. Good for 30 yards, and it turns the tide in favor of the Giants. Tittle fakes and then passes. Complete to Gifford, and another first down on the Steelers' 22. The Giants go on to win it 33-17 as Tittle throws his 36th touchdown pass to Joe Morrison. They win the Eastern Conference title for the 6th time in 8 years. In triumph, one of the fastest scoring teams of all time approaches the season's final countdown.